Ladies and gentlemen, we're all searching for happiness, aren't we? That sense of joy, fulfillment, and purpose that makes every day not only bearable but meaningful. Now, what if I told you that there are 2 simple habits you could start today to increase your happiness right now? These habits are like fuel for your soul. They're not flashy. They don't come with a price tag. But if you commit to them daily, I promise you'll feel a shift. You'll begin to see the world through a lens of abundance, gratitude, and possibility. Gratitude. Every single morning, take a few minutes to reflect on 3 things you're grateful for. It could be as big as a promotion you've been waiting for, or as simple as the warm cup of coffee in your hands. The beauty of gratitude is that it rewires your mind. Instead of focusing on what's missing, you start focusing on what's there. Gratitude is like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets. And with each passing day, you'll find yourself naturally looking for the good in every situation. This isn't just positive thinking, it's training your brain to shift from scarcity to abundance. Think of how powerful that is. Instead of running around chasing happiness, you'll feel like you're living in it. The second habit is reflection. Every night before you go to bed, reflect on 3 moments from the day that brought you joy. It doesn't matter how small or seemingly insignificant they might be. Maybe you had a meaningful conversation, or you managed to finish that project you've been dreading. When you end the day by acknowledging the good moments, you sleep better, you feel more at peace, and you wake up ready to embrace the new day with renewed energy. These 2 habits, gratitude in the morning and reflection at night, create a cycle of positivity. They build momentum. And over time, they have the power to change your entire outlook on life. Because happiness isn't some giant leap, it's a series of small steps. Just being grateful in the now and taking a moment to appreciate the journey, not just the destination. The best part. These habits don't require you to change everything in your life. They don't require hours of effort. They're simple, and that's their power. But here's the catch: they only work if you're consistent. Make these habits non-negotiable. Treat them as seriously as you would any other commitment. Because at the end of the day, the quality of your life is determined by the quality of your habits. Today is the day you make a choice. You can choose to do nothing, or you can choose to take control of your happiness right now. Happiness is often thought of as something grand, something we have to chase, achieve, or stumble upon one day. We imagine it as a milestone we'll reach when we have more money, a better job, a bigger house, or a more fulfilling relationship. But here's the truth: happiness isn't waiting for us out there somewhere. It's not a giant leap or a destination. It starts with small, consistent actions that we can take every single day. Imagine for a moment how a single drop of water repeated day after day eventually fills an entire well. That's how happiness works. When we weave small, positive actions into our daily lives, they compound over time. Each moment we spend practicing gratitude, being kind, or reflecting on the good things in life adds to a growing reservoir of joy and fulfillment. These actions might seem small in isolation, almost insignificant. But together they build a foundation that makes us feel strong, balanced, and resilient. What makes small actions so powerful is their ability to influence our mindset, shaping our focus and attitude. The simple act of choosing to think of one thing we're grateful for each morning might take only a few seconds, but it changes our brain's chemistry, reinforcing a positive outlook. It's easy to overlook these tiny moments. They're not loud or obvious, but they work like invisible stitches, holding together a fabric of positivity, one thread at a time. When we're consistent with these small actions, they start to transform our identity. At first, they may feel like simple habits, things we do without much thought. But over time, we start to identify with them. We become people who look for the good in every day. We become people who focus on progress, however small, rather than dwelling on obstacles. This shift changes our entire approach to life. Suddenly, happiness isn't something we're trying to achieve. It becomes something we embody, an inseparable part of who we are. Small actions create momentum too. Just as a tiny push can start a boulder rolling, the smallest positive choice can set off a chain reaction of positivity in our lives. When we choose to spend a few minutes reflecting on what went well in our day, we're more likely to go to bed feeling calm and wake up the next morning with a positive mindset. That positive energy carries over to our interactions, our work, and even the way we treat ourselves. Before we know it, these small actions have set in motion a cycle of happiness that keeps reinforcing itself. Consistency in small actions gives us control. Life is full of ups and downs, uncertainties, and challenges that we can't always predict or prevent. But by choosing to take these small steps each day, we reclaim a sense of power. We can't control everything, but we can control the way we approach our lives. And that feeling of ownership, of knowing that we're actively working toward our own happiness, is incredibly empowering. So, while happiness might seem elusive or complex, the real magic lies in these small, consistent actions. They're simple, yes, but they're potent. They're things we can do every day, regardless of circumstances, to build a happier, more fulfilling life. In the end, it's not one massive, life-altering event that will bring us lasting happiness. It's the small things we choose to do day in and day out that make all the difference. Gratitude has a transformative power that goes far beyond simply saying thank you or acknowledging the good things in our lives. It's a practice that, when embraced deeply, can fundamentally change the way we see the world, interact with others, and even how we feel about ourselves. Gratitude shifts our focus from what we lack to what we already have, opening our eyes to a perspective of abundance rather than scarcity. This isn't just wishful thinking, it's a mental shift that rewires our brains, influencing our thoughts, emotions, and behaviors in a way that enhances every aspect of our lives. Practicing gratitude reshapes our internal dialogue. Often our minds naturally focus on what's missing or on what could be better. When we actively practice gratitude, we learn to pause and acknowledge what we already have, what's going well, and what we may have previously overlooked. This doesn't mean ignoring challenges or pretending that everything is perfect. Instead, it's about recognizing that alongside the struggles, there is also beauty, support, and joy. Gratitude teaches us to see our lives as full, even when things are imperfect or challenging. Gratitude also has a remarkable impact on our relationships. When we're grateful for the people around us, for their support, their kindness, even their quirks, we strengthen our connections. We become more appreciative partners, friends, and colleagues. We start to see people through a lens of understanding and appreciation rather than judgment or expectation. And when we express this gratitude, it strengthens our bonds, creating a positive cycle where both sides feel valued and supported.
In this way, gratitude can be the foundation for deeper, more fulfilling relationships.
From a physical standpoint, gratitude has been shown to reduce stress and anxiety. When we shift our focus from worry or frustration to appreciation, our bodies respond by lowering stress hormones like cortisol. It can improve sleep, boost immunity, and increase overall health. This happens because gratitude fosters a sense of safety and calm, reminding us that even in times of uncertainty, there is good in our lives that we can hold on to. One of the most profound aspects of gratitude is that it's available to us at any moment. We don't need any special tools, timing, or resources. We can practice it wherever we are, in whatever circumstances we find ourselves. This makes gratitude one of the most accessible forms of self-care. Whether we're in the middle of a challenging day, feeling overwhelmed, or celebrating a victory, gratitude invites us to pause and acknowledge what is good, grounding us and reconnecting us with what truly matters. Gratitude also gives us resilience. Life is full of highs and lows, and it's easy to feel defeated when things go wrong. But gratitude shifts our focus from failure to opportunity, from loss to lesson. When we're grateful, we see setbacks as temporary and challenges as growth experiences. This resilience builds over time, making us stronger and more capable of facing whatever life brings. Practicing gratitude on a regular basis eventually rewires our brains to naturally look for the positive. Just like training a muscle, we can train our minds to seek out what's good in our lives, big or small. This habit gradually becomes second nature, and we find ourselves noticing and appreciating more, even without consciously trying. Over time, gratitude becomes our default mindset, and life feels fuller, more meaningful, more enjoyable. Gratitude is a way of life that enriches us from the inside out. It's not about ignoring difficulties or sugarcoating reality. Rather, it's about honoring all parts of our experience, both the highs and the lows, and seeing them as parts of a greater whole. This shift allows us to move through life with more ease, joy, and appreciation for the present moment. Ultimately, the power of gratitude is that it transforms the ordinary into the extraordinary. When we practice gratitude, we realize that the things we once took for granted are in fact treasures. We begin to see that happiness isn't something we're constantly striving to achieve. It's something we can experience right now in each moment, simply by being grateful for what we have. In this way, gratitude becomes a source of joy, peace, and fulfillment that we can carry with us through every season of life. Starting the day with a gratitude practice is like setting a compass for positivity. Each morning, when we take a few moments to focus on what we're grateful for, we're not only boosting our mood, we're building resilience, creating a stable mindset, and training ourselves to approach the day with a sense of abundance. This daily ritual shifts our attention away from worries, pressures, or what's lacking, and instead directs us to the richness of what we already have. It creates a psychological anchor, allowing us to face whatever the day brings with more presence, calm, and inner peace. Morning gratitude practice can be as simple as writing down 3 things we're thankful for, or just sitting in quiet reflection, but its impact runs deep. In those first minutes of the day, our minds are like a blank slate. They're open, receptive, and highly influenced by the thoughts we introduce. By focusing on gratitude during this time, we're setting a tone of positivity that's likely to stay with us as we move through the day. It's a mental primer that helps us build the perspective we want rather than leaving it up to chance. This practice can start with anything large or small that brings us a sense of appreciation. It might be gratitude for the people in our lives, the work we get to do, or even the cup of coffee we're sipping as we reflect. What matters most is the intention behind it. When we pause to appreciate these things, we're training ourselves to be present in the moment, to fully absorb and appreciate the life we're living rather than rushing through it. And over time, this practice deepens our sense of presence, allowing us to find joy in even the simplest aspects of life. It has a significant effect on how we interact with others. When we start the day with a grateful mindset, we're less likely to feel stressed or frustrated and more likely to be understanding, compassionate, and patient. And passionate, we're so good. Our relationships benefit as a result, creating a ripple effect of positivity that extends beyond us. Gratitude opens our minds and hearts, making us more receptive to others and encouraging connections based on empathy and appreciation. This means that a single moment of gratitude in the morning has the power to improve our entire day, enhancing not only our personal outlook, but our interactions with everyone we meet. Moreover, a daily gratitude practice increases our mental resilience. Life is full of challenges and unexpected events that can throw us off balance, but when we anchor ourselves with gratitude in the morning, we create a strong foundation. We become more adept at facing challenges because we've already grounded ourselves in positivity and strength. We know that no matter what happens, there are things in our lives to appreciate, and that makes us more adaptable and able to handle setbacks with a calm, open mind. Gratitude in the morning also allows us to see the possibilities in every situation. When we're grounded in appreciation, our minds are more flexible, creative, and open to opportunities. We become proactive rather than reactive, seeing solutions instead of problems and finding potential rather than limitation. This shift helps us become more intentional in everything we do. We're less likely to get caught up in distractions or negativity and more likely to focus on what truly matters. This practice also impacts us on a physiological level. Studies show that gratitude can lower stress and anxiety, helping our bodies relax and start the day with a lower baseline of stress hormones like cortisol. By beginning our day with gratitude, we're giving our nervous system a chance to reset, reducing tension and improving our overall sense of well-being. This lowers blood pressure, improves heart health, and creates a sense of physical calm, giving us a health spur to each day. Another powerful aspect of a morning gratitude practice is that it's sustainable and adaptable. It doesn't require an hour or complex routines. We can practice it no matter where we are, whether we're at home, traveling, or in the middle of a busy week. All it takes is a few moments to sit, breathe, and appreciate. And even on the hardest days, there's always something to be grateful for. This flexibility makes gratitude one of the simplest, most accessible forms of self-care that we can commit to daily. As this practice becomes a routine, it starts to shape who we are. At first, we're simply taking a few minutes each morning to feel grateful. But over time, it changes us from the inside out. We become people who naturally look for the good in every situation, who approach challenges with optimism, and who find joy in the small things. Gratitude becomes part of our identity, and we carry its benefits with us long after those morning moments have passed. Ultimately, a daily morning gratitude practice is about nurturing a mindset of fulfillment. It reminds us that regardless of our goals or the challenges we face, we are already enough, we are enough, and there's already good in our lives worth celebrating. It teaches us to look within, to connect with our values, and to live each day with purpose and appreciation. And in this way, morning gratitude becomes not just a habit, but a powerful foundation for a life well lived. An evening reflection practice is a moment of peace and introspection that allows us to bring our day to a gentle close. In a world that often demands us to move rapidly from one task to the next, taking a few minutes each night to reflect creates a necessary pause. This simple habit provides a space to consider what went well, what we've learned, and even what challenges we faced, offering a balanced perspective on our experiences. It's an opportunity to slow down, recognize the events of the day, and absorb the lessons they bring before we move forward. Reflecting in the evening grounds us in the present moment and lets us shift our focus away from unfinished to-do lists or lingering stress. Instead of rushing straight into tomorrow's concerns, we can end the day with a sense of closure and peace. By acknowledging and appreciating the events of the day, we gain a deeper understanding of our lives, and we start to notice the small, often overlooked details that make each day unique and valuable. This process encourages mindfulness, teaching us to be present with our thoughts, emotions, and experiences. One of the most impactful aspects of evening reflection is that it allows us to recognize our accomplishments no matter how small. Often we're quick to move on from achievements or overlook them entirely, focusing only on what remains to be done. By taking the time each night to appreciate the progress we've made, we reinforce our sense of competence and fulfillment. It's a reminder that we're moving forward, growing, and succeeding in ways we might not otherwise acknowledge. This habit builds self-confidence and reinforces a sense of purpose. Evening reflection also gives us a space to examine the challenges we encountered. When we reflect on difficult moments from the day, we're able to process our reactions and emotions, creating clarity around what happened and why. Instead of letting stress or frustration linger, we can consider how we responded and think about how we might approach similar situations in the future. This introspection builds emotional intelligence, helping us become more resilient and adaptive. We learn to see challenges, opportunities for growth, and we gain insight into our own strengths and areas for improvement. As we reflect, we naturally develop a stronger sense of gratitude. By reviewing the events of the day, we often discover small blessings that we may have overlooked in the moment. Perhaps it was a supportive conversation with a friend, a moment of laughter, or simply the comfort of a familiar routine. When we take the time to recognize these moments, we cultivate an attitude of appreciation. Over time, this habit shifts our focus, helping us see the richness in our lives and appreciate the beauty in the ordinary. Practicing evening reflection has a calming effect on both mind and body, making it easier to relax and unwind. As we review the day, our minds are able to process and let go of lingering thoughts or worries, helping us release tension and prepare for a restful night's sleep. This practice also improves sleep quality as we go to bed with a sense of peace and resolution rather than anxiety or overthinking. When we sleep with a clear mind, our rest is deeper and more restorative, leaving us more energized and ready to embrace the new day. Over time, this practice becomes a kind of mirror, reflecting back to us the patterns, values, and priorities in our lives. As we review each day, we begin to see what truly matters to us. We notice which moments bring us joy, which activities align with our purpose, and which relationships nurture us. This self-awareness guides us, helping us make more intentional choices about how we spend our time, who we invest in, and what we pursue. Evening reflection fosters personal growth, showing us who we are and who we are becoming. A powerful benefit of evening reflection is its consistency. No matter how our day went, whether it was filled with success, setbacks, or a mix of both, the practice remains the same. It's a non-judgmental space where we can acknowledge the ups and downs without pressure or expectation. This consistency builds a sense of stability, giving us something to rely on even when life feels uncertain. Knowing that we'll return to this practice each evening creates a sense of continuity, a reminder that we are always moving forward, learning and growing. Ultimately, evening reflection is an act of self-care that enriches our lives in countless ways. It's a space where we honor our experiences, celebrate our victories, and learn from our challenges. This practice encourages us to embrace each day with openness, curiosity, and gratitude. It reminds us that our journey is valuable, that each day brings something worth appreciating, and that our lives are full of meaning, even in the simplest moments. By dedicating a few minutes each night to this practice, we create a habit of intentional living, nurturing a deeper connection to ourselves and to the life we are building, one day at a time. Breaking the cycle of negativity is a powerful act of reclaiming control over our thoughts, emotions, and lives. Negativity can be pervasive, creeping into our minds, coloring our perceptions, and influencing our actions. Often we don't even realize how entrenched we are in negative thinking because it becomes a default mode, a well-worn groove in our minds that feels almost comfortable in its familiarity. However, living in this cycle robs us of joy, creativity, and resilience.
To break free, we must develop the awareness, tools, and commitment to consciously shift our mindset toward positivity and growth.
One of the first steps in breaking the cycle is recognizing when we're caught in it. Negative thinking can become so automatic that we may not even realize we're engaging in it. It often begins subtly with small complaints, judgments, or self-doubt. These thoughts can spiral, affecting our mood and outlook. Developing self-awareness then is crucial. By learning to identify when we're slipping into a negative mindset, we gain the ability to interrupt the cycle. This awareness allows us to create a mental pause, a moment of choice where we can decide to shift our focus rather than letting negativity spiral unchecked. Changing our internal dialogue is another key part of breaking the cycle. Many negative patterns stem from the way we talk to ourselves. Often we're our own harshest critics, focusing on perceived flaws or failures while overlooking strengths and successes. By consciously choosing to replace negative self-talk with constructive, compassionate thoughts, we begin to rewire our inner narrative. This doesn't mean ignoring mistakes or challenges, but rather approaching them with kindness and a growth mindset. Instead of berating ourselves, we can ask, what can I learn from this? How can I do better next time? This shift transforms setbacks from sources of frustration to opportunities for personal growth. Practicing gratitude is another powerful way to disrupt negativity. Negativity tends to focus on what's lacking, what went wrong, or what could be better. Gratitude, on the other hand, directs our attention to what we have, what went well, and what's good in our lives. By regularly acknowledging and appreciating the positive, we create a buffer against negativity. Gratitude reminds us that even on challenging days, there is beauty, kindness, and joy in our lives. It helps us see the bigger picture, making it harder for fleeting frustrations or disappointments to dominate our perspective. Over time, gratitude rewires the brain, training it to look for the good rather than defaulting to negativity. Developing resilience is essential in breaking the cycle as well. Life is full of ups and downs, and challenges are inevitable. When we lack resilience, these difficulties can easily pull us into a negative spiral, especially if we start to see them as personal failings rather than natural parts of life. Resilience helps us bounce back, allowing us to view setbacks as temporary rather than defining. Building resilience involves cultivating self-belief, adaptability, and an optimistic outlook. By developing resilience, we equip ourselves to face life's challenges without being derailed by them, enabling us to navigate hardships with confidence and a sense of hope. Mindfulness is a valuable tool for breaking negative cycles, as it helps us stay rooted in the present moment. Negative thinking often pulls us into the past, dwelling on regrets, or into the future, worrying about what might go W. Mindfulness teaches us to observe our thoughts without judgment, to recognize when we're falling into a negative pattern, and to bring our focus back to the present. When we're mindful, we gain the power to respond to situations rather than react. This approach creates space for intentionality, enabling us to choose a positive response rather than being swept along by negative emotions. Surrounding ourselves with positive influences also plays a significant role. Our environment, including the people we interact with, greatly impacts our mindset. Spending time with individuals who uplift and encourage us can make it easier to maintain a positive outlook. Positive people often model constructive ways of thinking and reacting, which can inspire us to approach life with similar optimism. Conversely, when we're surrounded by negativity, it's more challenging to maintain a positive mindset. Creating an environment that fosters positivity helps reinforce our commitment to breaking the negative cycle and embracing a healthier, happier way of being. Self-compassion is a transformative aspect of breaking negativity, especially in our relationship with ourselves. Many negative thought patterns come from a place of self-criticism or feelings of inadequacy. When we practice self-compassion, we treat ourselves with the same kindness and understanding that we would extend to a friend. Instead of judging ourselves harshly, we can acknowledge our imperfections with empathy, recognizing that we are human and capable of growth. Self-compassion frees us from the burden of perfectionism and allows us to embrace our journey without being weighed down by guilt or shame. Finally, breaking the cycle of negativity is about committing to consistency. Just as negative thinking becomes habitual, positive thinking requires repetition to become second nature. It's not about flipping a switch and becoming instantly positive. It's about making a choice again and again each time negativity arises. This commitment transforms positivity from an occasional practice into a lifestyle. When we consistently choose to see the good, focus on growth, and treat ourselves with kindness, positivity becomes our default state. Over time, this shift creates a lasting sense of peace, joy, and resilience, empowering us to live a more fulfilling life. Creating consistency is one of the most powerful ways to build progress and stability in our lives. Consistency is about making a commitment to our goals, values, and personal growth, then showing up for those commitments day in and day out. It is a form of discipline that reinforces who we want to be and what we want to achieve. While moments of motivation can push us forward temporarily, consistency is what transforms fleeting inspiration into lasting change. This process isn't always exciting or glamorous, but it is what ultimately leads to tangible, long-term success. Consistency starts with clarity. Before we can show up consistently, we need to know what we're showing up for. This clarity helps us focus our energy, making it easier to follow through even on days when motivation is low. Knowing our why is crucial. It keeps us grounded and helps us connect daily actions with larger goals or values. When we understand why consistency matters, it becomes easier to stay committed, even when the rewards aren't immediately visible. Clarity turns routines from tedious tasks into purposeful steps towards something greater. Building consistency is also about breaking down big goals into manageable steps. Often we set high expectations for ourselves and get discouraged if progress is an instant. But true consistency is less about making huge strides all at once and more about small, steady actions. By focusing on manageable steps, we prevent overwhelm and allow ourselves to build momentum gradually. These small actions compound over time, creating a sense of achievement and reinforcing our belief in our ability to follow through. And every small success boosts our confidence, making it easier to keep going. Habits play a central role in creating consistency. When we turn repeated actions into habits, they become automatic, requiring less willpower and mental energy. Establishing habits eliminates the need to make decisions repeatedly, reducing the chance of giving in to distractions or procrastination. For example, if our goal is to improve fitness, building the habit of exercising at the same time each day creates a natural rhythm that feels as routine as brushing our teeth. Habits give structure to our lives, making it easier to be consistent because we're no longer battling with ourselves to take action. Accountability is a valuable tool in building consistency. Whether it's through self-accountability, journaling, or sharing goals with a friend or mentor, accountability keeps us honest about our efforts and progress. Knowing that someone else is aware of our goals or routines adds a layer of responsibility, motivating us to show up even when we're tempted to skip a day. This external or internal check-in reinforces our commitment, reminding us why we started and helping us stay on track. Over time, accountability strengthens our resolve, making it more likely that we'll remain consistent even when no one is watching. One of the greatest challenges to consistency is dealing with setbacks. Life is unpredictable and obstacles are inevitable, but consistency means not letting setbacks become stopping points. When we encounter challenges, it's essential to practice resilience and adaptability, viewing these obstacles as part of the journey rather than reasons to quit. This approach requires flexibility and understanding that consistency isn't about perfection, but about showing up as best we can, even if our best looks different from one day to the next. Bouncing back after setbacks reinforces our belief in ourselves and strengthens our commitment to our goals. Consistency also requires patience. In a culture that often emphasizes instant results, it's easy to feel discouraged if we don't see immediate progress. But the most meaningful changes, whether in health, personal growth, or relationships, take time to develop. Consistency teaches us to embrace delayed gratification, to value progress over perfection, and to trust the process. This patience transforms our relationship with our goals, allowing us to find fulfillment in the journey rather than just the destination. When we're patient, we build resilience, knowing that each step forward, no matter how small, is bringing us closer to our vision. Creating consistency often means making adjustments to our environment to support our goals. Our surroundings play a significant role in influencing our actions, so setting up an environment that minimizes distractions and encourages our desired behavior is crucial. For instance, if we're aiming to read more, keeping a book within reach or creating a cozy reading space can make it easier to follow through. Small environmental changes make it easier to choose consistency over convenience, creating conditions where goals become part of our daily life rather than something we have to force ourselves to do. Embracing routine is another cornerstone of consistency. Routine provides structure, helping us build predictable patterns that make it easier to stay focused and committed. With routines, we don't have to constantly think about what comes next. We follow a rhythm that flows naturally. This predictability frees up mental energy and allows us to reserve our willpower for more challenging tasks. A well-crafted routine aligns our actions with our goals, creating a steady path that keeps us moving forward. Routines turn consistent action into a lifestyle, making it easier to sustain progress over the long term. Self-compassion is a critical but often overlooked part of creating consistency. It's easy to be hard on ourselves when we miss a day or fall short of our goals, but self-compassion allows us to approach these moments without harsh self-judgment. Instead of giving up, we can forgive ourselves and start fresh, recognizing that setbacks are normal and don't define our progress. Self-compassion keeps us from spiraling into guilt or self-doubt, allowing us to refocus and continue with a sense of self-acceptance. This kindness toward ourselves builds resilience, encouraging us to stay consistent because we believe we're worth the effort. Ultimately, creating consistency is about building a foundation of trust with ourselves. Each time we show up, each time we follow through, we reinforce our belief in our own ability to make meaningful changes. This self-trust is empowering. It helps us move through life with confidence, knowing that we can rely on ourselves to keep moving toward our goals no matter the circumstances. As consistency becomes a core part of who we are, it elevates every aspect of our lives, leading us to a deeper sense of fulfillment, purpose, and success. Changing your state instantly is about harnessing the power to shift your mindset, energy, and emotional outlook on demand. Our mental and emotional state controls how we experience everything around us, from relationships to productivity, from handling challenges to experiencing joy. While it's natural to have emotional fluctuations, the ability to change our state allows us to steer away from disempowering emotions like stress, frustration, or overwhelm and into empowering states like calm, focus, and motivation. This shift doesn't just affect how we feel, it transforms how we respond, what we're able to achieve, and even how we view ourselves. Mastering this skill gives us a powerful tool for resilience and peak performance. One of the quickest ways to change your state is by altering your physical posture and breathing. Our bodies and minds are intricately connected, and how we hold ourselves physically can directly influence our mental state. When we're stressed or anxious, for example, our bodies often mirror this with tense muscles, shallow breathing, or slouched posture. By consciously choosing to stand tall, relax our muscles, and breathe deeply, we're signaling to our nervous system that we're safe and calm, helping to reduce stress and increase mental clarity. Something as simple as stretching, taking a brisk walk, or just straightening our posture and breathing deeply can create an immediate shift, enhancing both our confidence and calmness. Changing your focus is another powerful way to shift your state quickly. Our minds have an incredible ability to shape our emotional state based on where we direct our attention. If we focus on problems, setbacks, or fears, our state naturally becomes tense, anxious, or negative. But by intentionally shifting our focus towards solutions, past successes, or things we're grateful for, we can move into a more empowered state almost instantly. This shift in focus is like adjusting a mental lens, allowing us to see the same situation from a new perspective. Gratitude exercises, for instance, are especially effective because they focus our minds on abundance rather than lack, bringing a sense of peace, positivity, and appreciation. Another fast and effective method for changing your state is through movement. Physical activity boosts endorphins, the body's feel-good hormones, and increases blood flow to the brain, improving mood, focus, and energy. Even a few minutes of movement can lift our spirits, reduce tension, and clear mental fog. Movement also disrupts repetitive negative thought patterns, forcing us to focus on the physical sensations instead. Activities like jumping jacks, dancing, or even a quick stretch can work wonders for snapping us out of a negative or lethargic state. Engaging in physical exercise on a regular basis strengthens our ability to shift states because it keeps both body and mind in optimal condition, making it easier to access positive emotions and energy. Our language plays a huge role in our emotional state, and consciously changing the words we use either aloud or in our internal dialogue can shift our experience in an instant. When we use language that's overly dramatic or negative, we amplify stress or frustration. Phrases like "I'm exhausted" or "this is impossible" can trap us in a powerless state. By choosing words that are more neutral or solution-focused, we take back control. Instead of saying "I'm overwhelmed," we can reframe it to "I have a lot on my plate, but I can handle it one step at a time." This simple shift in language can turn an obstacle into a manageable challenge, helping us feel more capable and grounded. Visualization is another powerful tool for instant state change. By imagining ourselves in a calm, focused, or confident state, we're able to tap into the emotions and physiological responses that come with it. Visualization works because our brains react to imagined scenarios almost as strongly as real ones. When we picture ourselves succeeding, feeling calm, or engaging in joyful activities, our brains release the corresponding chemicals, creating a shift in our emotions. Even just visualizing a calm place or a moment of past success can help us access that feeling immediately, making it easier to approach challenges with a positive mindset. Changing our surroundings can also have a profound effect on our state. Our environment influences our mood and energy more than we often realize. If we're feeling stuck or uninspired, simply moving to a new location, tidying up a cluttered space, or adding a few inspiring elements like music, natural light, or plants can shift our state. A change of scenery, even if it's just stepping outside for a moment, can create a sense of renewal, allowing us to reset and reapproach tasks with fresh eyes. This environment-based state change can be especially useful when we're in a rut or facing mental blocks. Another quick way to change our state is to engage in a positive ritual or anchor that evokes strong positive emotions. This could be something as simple as listening to an uplifting song, repeating an empowering affirmation, or thinking of a memory that brings joy or confidence. Anchoring is a technique where we associate a specific action with the desired state, like pressing your thumb and forefinger together while recalling a time you felt unstoppable. With practice, this action becomes a trigger for that state, allowing you to access it on demand. These positive rituals serve as reminders of our strength, resilience, and potential, creating a reliable way to reset in challenging moments. Connecting with others, even briefly, can also change our state instantly. A quick conversation with a supportive friend, sharing a laugh, or even exchanging a friendly smile can release oxytocin, which enhances our mood and reduces stress. Human connection brings a sense of belonging and perspective, reminding us that we're not alone in our experiences. Reaching out to someone for a moment of connection or encouragement can break the isolation that often accompanies stress, helping us feel more grounded, supported, and positive. Finally, sometimes the most effective way to change your state is to simply take a break and allow yourself a mental reset. Our minds aren't designed to maintain intense focus or high energy continuously, and pushing through fatigue or frustration often backfires. Taking 5 minutes to step away from a task, close your eyes, breathe, or engage in a quick relaxation exercise allows your mind to recharge. When we return to the task at hand, we often find that we have more clarity, energy, and motivation. This reset doesn't require a long break. Even a few mindful moments can make a substantial difference. Learning to change our state instantly is a skill that grows with practice, and it brings immense freedom and empowerment. Instead of being at the mercy of emotions or circumstances, we can take control of our experience, choosing a state that aligns with our goals, values, and well-being. It's about creating an internal toolkit that we can rely on no matter what's happening externally, allowing us to maintain peace, resilience, and joy in the face of life's challenges. By mastering these techniques, we build a foundation of mental and emotional strength, making it possible to lead a more intentional, fulfilling, and balanced life. Amplifying resilience is about cultivating the ability to not only bounce back from challenges, but to grow stronger with each experience. Resilience is an inner strength that helps us adapt in the face of adversity, setbacks, or unexpected change. It's more than just enduring hardship, it's learning from it and using it as a stepping stone to reach new heights. When we amplify resilience, we aren't simply surviving or thriving, building a foundation that supports us through life's ups and downs and empowers us to approach challenges with confidence, adaptability, and a positive outlook. One of the core principles of resilience is self-awareness. Understanding our emotions, thoughts, and triggers allows us to navigate difficult situations with greater clarity and control. When we know our strengths and weaknesses, we're better equipped to handle stress without being overwhelmed. Self-awareness helps us recognize when we're getting off track, allowing us to pause, reflect, and make adjustments. This awareness is the first step in building resilience because it provides the foundation upon which we can develop emotional intelligence, mindfulness, and adaptability, all essential components of a resilient mindset. Developing a positive outlook is another essential element in amplifying resilience. A positive outlook doesn't mean ignoring problems or pretending everything is fine. It's about choosing to see the possibilities within the challenges. When we focus on what we can control, we become solution-oriented rather than problem-focused. This shift helps us maintain hope and motivation even when things are difficult. Positivity fosters resilience by allowing us to approach challenges with an open mind, ready to find lessons or growth opportunities rather than being consumed by negativity. By cultivating gratitude, setting realistic goals, and celebrating small wins, we build a mindset that looks for the good, even in tough situations. Building resilience also involves cultivating flexibility and adaptability. Life rarely goes exactly as planned, and the ability to pivot, adjust our expectations, or find new paths is vital. When we're adaptable, we don't see change as a threat, but as an opportunity for growth. Flexibility allows us to be less attached to specific outcomes and more open to possibilities, which helps reduce stress and anxiety when things don't go as expected. Adaptability is like a muscle. The more we practice it, the stronger it becomes.
Each time we face a challenge and adjust our approach, we reinforce our ability to handle future uncertainties with greater ease and confidence.
Developing a strong sense of purpose and meaning in life is another pillar of resilience. When we have a clear understanding of our values and what drives us, we're more motivated to push through adversity. A sense of purpose provides direction, helping us stay focused and grounded even in turbulent times. This purpose acts as a compass, guiding us through hardship and reminding us of what truly matters. A purpose gives us a reason to persevere, making it easier to stay resilient because we're working towards something meaningful. Whether it's a passion, a goal, or a commitment to others, having a purpose creates a source of inner strength that sustains us during tough times. Building a support network is also crucial in amplifying resilience. Human connection is one of the strongest sources of emotional support, and having people we trust to turn to can make all the difference in how we navigate adversity. A support network provides encouragement, perspective, and often practical assistance. Resilient people know that they don't have to face challenges alone and that asking for help is a sign of strength, not weakness. By leaning on others when needed, we create a sense of community and connection that can lift us during our lowest moments and celebrate with us during our successes. Developing and nurturing relationships with positive, supportive people reinforces our resilience by reminding us that we're not alone on our journey. Strengthening our problem-solving skills enhances resilience by empowering us to take proactive steps in difficult situations. When we see challenges as puzzles to solve rather than threats, we approach them with curiosity and confidence. Problem-solving allows us to break down complex issues into manageable parts, helping us see a way forward even when the solution isn't immediately obvious. This skill helps reduce the sense of overwhelm that often accompanies adversity, allowing us to take things one step at a time. By focusing on actionable steps rather than feeling paralyzed by the problem, we develop a resilient approach to challenges that emphasizes control, creativity, and persistence. Physical well-being is also a vital component of resilience. Our bodies and minds are deeply interconnected, and maintaining our physical health through regular exercise, sleep, and nutrition provides us with the stamina needed to handle stress. Exercise, in particular, boosts mood-enhancing chemicals like endorphins, which reduce stress and increase resilience. When our bodies are healthy, we're better equipped to manage emotional strain and maintain focus. Physical well-being strengthens our resilience by helping us approach challenges with a clear mind, high energy levels, and greater emotional balance. Practicing mindfulness enhances resilience by helping us stay grounded in the present moment. When we're overwhelmed by challenges, it's easy for our minds to race, dwelling on the past or worrying about the future. Mindfulness brings us back to the here and now, allowing us to take each moment as it comes without adding unnecessary stress. Through mindfulness, we learn to observe our thoughts and emotions without judgment, creating a mental space where we can choose how to respond rather than react impulsively. This practice helps us manage stress more effectively and stay calm in the face of adversity, reinforcing our resilience by giving us the ability to approach challenges with a clear, centered mind. Learning from past experiences strengthens resilience by building a bank of knowledge we can draw on in future challenges. When we reflect on past difficulties, we gain insight into what worked, what didn't, and what we can do differently next time. This reflection turns adversity into a learning experience, transforming obstacles into stepping stones for growth. By understanding how we've overcome challenges before, we build confidence in our ability to handle future difficulties. This perspective shift reminds us that we faced tough times before and made it through, reinforcing our resilience by showing us that we are capable of growth and adaptation. Practicing self-compassion is essential in amplifying resilience. When we're hard on ourselves, we create additional stress, which can weaken our ability to cope. Self-compassion means treating ourselves with kindness and understanding, especially during tough times. By acknowledging our struggles without judgment, we create an inner sense of safety and support, making it easier to face challenges. Self-compassion builds resilience by reminding us that it's okay to struggle, that setbacks don't define us, and that we're worthy of understanding and kindness as we navigate life's challenges. Resilience also grows through embracing challenges as opportunities for growth. When we see obstacles not as roadblocks but as opportunities to strengthen our character and skills, we approach them with an open mind. This growth-oriented mindset makes us more resilient because it reframes adversity as a pathway to self-improvement. Each challenge we face and overcome strengthens our belief in our ability to handle future difficulties. By viewing challenges as valuable experiences, we build a resilient mindset that sees life's inevitable setbacks as stepping stones to personal evolution. In the end, amplifying resilience is about creating a solid foundation of habits, beliefs, and practices that allow us to meet life's challenges with strength, adaptability, and a positive outlook. Each element, from self-awareness and purpose to flexibility and self-compassion, works together to form a resilient mindset. When we actively cultivate resilience, we empower ourselves to move through life's storms with a sense of inner peace and confidence, knowing that we have the resources to not only survive but to thrive. This resilience becomes a powerful source of freedom, allowing us to embrace life fully no matter what comes our way. Attracting positive people and energy into our lives is about creating an environment and mindset that naturally draws in uplifting influences. This process begins with self-awareness and understanding the kind of energy we radiate. The law of attraction suggests that like attracts, like therefore our thoughts, feelings, and behaviors can either repel or attract the very energies we desire. When we consciously cultivate positivity within ourselves, we create a magnetic force that draws in others who resonate with that energy. This transformation is not just about seeking positivity externally, it's about becoming a source of positivity ourselves. The foundation of attracting positive people and energy lies in self-development. When we prioritize our personal growth, we naturally elevate our mindset, fostering a sense of confidence and clarity.
This journey often involves reflecting on our values, passions, and aspirations. By knowing ourselves deeply, we can better understand what we want to attract into our lives.
This clarity not only enhances our interactions, but also helps us recognize and appreciate the positive influences around us. People are naturally drawn to those who exude confidence and authenticity, and by embracing our true selves, we increase our capacity to connect with like-minded individuals. Cultivating a positive mindset is another essential component of attracting uplifting energies. Our thoughts and beliefs significantly shape our perceptions and experiences. When we focus on positive affirmations, practice gratitude, and challenge negative thought patterns, we shift our internal narrative. This transformation not only enhances our own emotional well-being, but also influences how we engage with others. A positive mindset creates a ripple effect, encouraging those around us to adopt a similar outlook. When we consistently radiate optimism and hope, we naturally attract people who resonate with that energy, fostering deeper connections and enriching relationships. Surrounding ourselves with positivity is also crucial. The environments we inhabit, both physical and social, play a significant role in shaping our energy. When we deliberately choose to spend time in uplifting spaces and with positive individuals, we amplify our own energy. This might involve decluttering our living spaces, filling them with inspiring decor, or surrounding ourselves with people who uplift us. Engaging in activities and communities that promote positivity, such as volunteering, joining clubs, or attending workshops, also expands our social circles, connecting us with individuals who share our values.
By curating our environments and social circles, we create a sanctuary for positivity to thrive.
Communication is a vital aspect of attracting positive energy. How we express ourselves and interact with others sets the tone for our relationships. Using affirming language, active listening, and practicing empathy creates a welcoming atmosphere that invites positivity. When we approach conversations with an open heart and a genuine desire to connect, we encourage others to do the same. Positive communication fosters trust and respect, forming the bedrock for meaningful relationships. By cultivating healthy communication habits, we not only strengthen our connections, but also become sources of positivity ourselves, inspiring others to embrace that same energy. Setting clear boundaries is essential in attracting positive people and energy. Boundaries define what we are willing to accept in our lives and protect us from negative influences. When we establish boundaries around our time, energy, and emotional well-being, we create a space that prioritizes positivity. This might involve limiting interactions with toxic individuals or situations that drain our energy. By honoring our boundaries, we send a clear message to ourselves and others about our commitment to maintaining a positive environment. This clarity enables us to attract relationships that are supportive, encouraging, and aligned with our values. Practicing kindness and compassion is a powerful way to attract positive energy. When we approach others with genuine kindness, we create an environment where positivity can flourish. Small acts of kindness, such as offering compliments, lending a helping hand, or simply listening, can make a significant difference in our interactions. These gestures foster a sense of connection and warmth, inviting others to reciprocate that kindness. The more we embody compassion, the more we attract similar energies from those around us. This cycle of kindness creates a supportive community where positivity thrives, enriching our lives and the lives of those we touch. Cultivating gratitude is another crucial practice in attracting positive energy. When we regularly express gratitude for the people, experiences, and opportunities in our lives, we shift our focus from what we lack to what we have.
This positive mindset not only enhances our emotional well-being, but also radiates outward, drawing in more positive experiences. By acknowledging and appreciating the goodness around us, we create an energetic space that invites even more positivity.
Gratitude acts as a magnet for uplifting energy, allowing us to attract people who share this appreciation for life. Engaging in self-care is fundamental to maintaining a positive energy that attracts others. When we prioritize our physical, emotional, and mental well-being, we radiate a sense of balance and fulfillment. Self-care practices such as exercise, meditation, healthy eating, and nurturing hobbies enhance our overall state of being. When we take care of ourselves, we are better equipped to engage with others positively and authentically. Our energy becomes vibrant and magnetic, drawing people who appreciate and resonate with that level of self-awareness and love. Being open to new experiences and perspectives also plays a significant role in attracting positive people and energy. When we embrace curiosity and a willingness to step outside our comfort zones, we open ourselves to a world of possibilities. This openness attracts diverse individuals and ideas, enriching our lives with new connections and experiences. Engaging in new activities, attending workshops, or exploring different cultures fosters personal growth and attracts people who share a similar growth and attracts people who share a similar spirit of adventure. By remaining open to the world around us, we create an energetic field that invites positive influences into our lives. Lastly, embracing vulnerability is key to attracting genuine connections and positive energy. Vulnerability allows us to show our authentic selves, creating a safe space for others to do the same. When we share our experiences, fears, and aspirations, we foster deep connections built on trust and understanding. This openness encourages others to reciprocate, creating a cycle of vulnerability and authenticity that strengthens our relationships. By embracing vulnerability, we attract individuals who appreciate and resonate with our true selves, cultivating a supportive community that enhances our collective positivity. Attracting positive people and energy is an intentional process that requires dedication and self-awareness. By focusing on our internal state, cultivating positivity, and creating supportive environments, we become magnetic forces for uplifting influences. As we nurture our own well-being and embody positivity, we not only enrich our lives, but also contribute to the happiness and growth of those around us.
This reciprocal relationship enhances our connections and creates a vibrant community where positivity flourishes, allowing us to navigate life's journey with joy, resilience, and a sense of belonging. Building a foundation for lifelong happiness is a transformative journey that involves cultivating a mindset and lifestyle that prioritize well-being, fulfillment, and resilience.
Happiness is not a fleeting moment or an end goal, rather, it is a lifelong process rooted in our choices, perspectives, and daily habits. Establishing this foundation requires us to actively engage in practices that nurture our mental, emotional, and physical health, creating a holistic approach to well-being that empowers us to navigate life's challenges with grace and joy. At the core of lifelong happiness is self-awareness. Understanding our values, passions, and emotions allows us to make conscious choices that align with our authentic selves. This journey begins with introspection, where we take the time to reflect on what truly matters to us. By exploring our motivations and desires, we can identify what brings us joy and fulfillment, enabling us to set meaningful goals that resonate with our core values. Self-awareness helps us recognize the sources of our happiness, guiding us to make choices that foster our well-being and allowing us to step away from situations or influences that drain our energy. Developing a positive mindset is essential for laying a strong foundation for happiness. Our thoughts have a profound impact on our emotional state and overall outlook on life. By actively cultivating a positive mindset, we can reframe negative thoughts, focus on solutions, and embrace challenges as opportunities for growth. This shift in perspective allows us to approach life with optimism, seeing setbacks as temporary hurdles rather than insurmountable obstacles. Techniques such as gratitude journaling, positive affirmations, and mindfulness practices can help reinforce this mindset, creating a habit of looking for the silver lining in every situation. Over time, this practice strengthens our resilience and ability to maintain happiness even amidst adversity. Fostering connections and nurturing relationships is another crucial aspect of building lifelong happiness. Human beings are inherently social creatures, and our relationships play a significant role in our emotional well-being. Investing time and energy into meaningful connections creates a sense of belonging and support that enhances our happiness. Surrounding ourselves with positive, uplifting individuals who inspire and challenge us contributes to a healthy emotional environment. It's important to actively cultivate these relationships through open communication, empathy, and shared experiences. Quality over quantity matters. Fostering a few deep, meaningful connections often brings more happiness than having a large circle of acquaintances. As we invest in our relationships, we also create a support network that helps us navigate life's challenges. Engaging in activities that promote a sense of purpose and meaning is fundamental to lifelong happiness. When we participate in pursuits that resonate with our values and passions, we create a sense of fulfillment that enhances our overall well-being. Purposeful activities can range from volunteering and mentoring to pursuing hobbies or advancing in our careers. By aligning our actions with our core values, we cultivate a sense of contribution that enriches our lives and the lives of others. Finding purpose doesn't always require grand gestures. Even small acts of kindness and service can foster a profound sense of meaning and connection. Physical health is a critical component of our overall happiness and well-being. Our bodies and minds are deeply interconnected, and taking care of our physical health directly impacts our emotional state. Regular exercise, balanced nutrition, and adequate rest are essential for maintaining energy levels and mental clarity. Physical activity releases endorphins, which boost our mood and reduce stress, while proper nutrition fuels our bodies and supports cognitive function. Prioritizing self-care through physical health practices not only enhances our well-being, but also empowers us to face challenges with resilience and vigor. Creating a routine that incorporates regular exercise, mindful eating, and restorative practices like meditation or yoga lays the groundwork for a healthier, happier life. Cultivating resilience is fundamental to sustaining happiness in the face of life's inevitable challenges. Resilience is the ability to bounce back from adversity and grow stronger through experiences. Building resilience involves developing coping strategies, maintaining a positive outlook, and learning to adapt to changing circumstances. By embracing challenges as opportunities for growth and maintaining a flexible mindset, we equip ourselves to handle setbacks with grace. Engaging in mindfulness practices can help us stay grounded during difficult times, allowing us to observe our thoughts and emotions without becoming overwhelmed. As we strengthen our resilience, we create a buffer against stress and negativity, enabling us to maintain our happiness even during turbulent periods. Embracing gratitude is a powerful practice that contributes significantly to lifelong happiness. When we cultivate an attitude of gratitude, we shift our focus from what we lack to what we have, fostering a sense of abundance and contentment. Regularly acknowledging and appreciating the positive aspects of our lives, no matter how small, reinforces a positive mindset and enhances our overall well-being.
Keeping a gratitude journal, expressing appreciation to others, or simply taking a moment each day to reflect on what we're thankful for can profoundly impact our emotional state.
Gratitude acts as a powerful antidote to negativity, helping us reframe our experiences and cultivate a more positive outlook on life. In addition to these practices, learning to manage stress effectively is crucial for maintaining lifelong happiness. Life is filled with stressors, and how we respond to them can greatly influence our emotional well-being.
Developing healthy coping mechanisms such as mindfulness, deep breathing exercises, or engaging in creative outlets can help us navigate stress more effectively. It's important to recognize the signs of stress and take proactive steps to address it before it escalates.
By prioritizing self-care and creating a balanced lifestyle, we can mitigate the impact of stress on our happiness, ensuring that we remain grounded and centered amidst life's challenges. Creating a sense of balance in our lives is essential for sustaining happiness over the long term. This balance involves recognizing the different dimensions of our lives' work, relationships, personal growth, and leisure, and ensuring that we allocate time and energy to each area. Overcommitting to one aspect can lead to burnout and dissatisfaction, while neglecting others can create a sense of emptiness. Striving for balance allows us to pursue our goals while still nurturing our relationships and well-being. This holistic approach to life enhances our sense of fulfillment, creating a foundation for lasting happiness. Lastly, embracing lifelong learning and personal development is vital for building a foundation for happiness. When we commit to continuous growth, we open ourselves up to new experiences and perspectives that enrich our lives.
This journey of self-improvement involves seeking knowledge, acquiring new skills, and challenging ourselves to step outside our comfort zones. Engaging in lifelong learning not only boosts our confidence, but also fosters a sense of accomplishment that contributes to our overall happiness.
Whether through formal education, reading, or exploring new hobbies, the pursuit of knowledge empowers us to navigate life with curiosity and enthusiasm. In essence, building a foundation for lifelong happiness is an ongoing journey that requires intentionality and commitment. By cultivating self-awareness, developing a positive mindset, nurturing relationships, and prioritizing physical and emotional well-being, we create a solid groundwork for happiness. Engaging in purposeful activities, embracing gratitude, and learning to manage stress further enhance our ability to maintain happiness even during difficult times. This holistic approach empowers us to embrace life's challenges with resilience and positivity, ensuring that we not only experience happiness in fleeting moments, but cultivate a lasting sense of fulfillment and joy throughout our lives. Ultimately, the foundation we build today will shape our tomorrow, allowing us to lead lives rich in meaning, connection, and happiness.
In conclusion, the journey toward lifelong happiness is a deeply personal and transformative process that requires commitment, self-awareness, and intentionality.
By embracing gratitude, nurturing our relationships, prioritizing our physical and emotional well-being, and cultivating resilience, we lay a strong foundation that not only withstands the trials of life, but also thrives amidst them.
Each small action we take, whether it's engaging in self-care, fostering connections, or pursuing our passions, contributes to a greater tapestry of joy and fulfillment.
It's a dynamic journey that unfolds with every choice we make and every moment we embrace. By actively choosing positivity and surrounding ourselves with uplifting influences, we create a magnetic force that attracts the people and experiences that enrich our lives. As we cultivate this foundation, we empower ourselves to navigate life's ups and downs with grace and optimism, continually growing and evolving into the best versions of ourselves. So let us embark on this journey with open hearts and minds, ready to embrace the beauty of life and all its complexity. Together, let's build a future filled with joy, connection, and purpose, creating a ripple effect that not only enhances our own happiness, but inspires those around us. Thank you.